Hello, League of Ordinary Gentlemen. Woo!
How's it going, fellas?
We have Commish Khan here and Captain Kyle. Go Cowboys, first and foremost. And now we're going to start talking about how shitty Derek is.
All right.
Starting at number 10.
Number 10, Derek.
Derek, by far the worst team in the league, sitting at 1-6.
That's a bad team.
Just really from top to bottom, a team of questionable choices.
Don't like Rob Kelly.
So, we know a couple weeks ago, Derek shocked us all by telling us he was in 3 different leagues and that he doesn't care about ours at all and needs to drop his. Or needs to drop some of his. And Derek's well on his way to getting himself kicked right on out. With moves like starting the Chiefs D against Oakland rather than the Steelers D against Cincinnati, wow. Derek has proven time and time again to be by far the worst owner in the league. And it's just once again clear this year that he will not be going to the playoffs and he should finish in the cellar. Tyler, what do you think of Derek's team? What do you think of his week? What do you think of the choice to stop Rob Kelly?
He has Julio Jones, Dez Bryant. I know John brought this up. He has Julio Jones, Dez Bryant, and Travis Kelce though.
Okay, we got to start.
To be 1-6 with that is pretty bad.
Right, Dez Bryant's pretty overrated as a fantasy receiver though. Dude, his good weeks are like 12 points these days. His average weeks are like 6 points.
I see a big 12.
Travis Kelce's been pretty nice.
Julio Jones has been disappointing.
Julio's had a really slow year. But then what I have a problem with Derek's roster is just no semblance of a running back. His number 1 is Lamar Miller. How is Lamar Miller your number 1 running back? I mean, yeah, he's got Doug Martin, the Tampa Bay's always losing, so they can't manage to run the ball.
He should drop Rob.
And then he has Rob Kelly. I mean, let's talk about that. In your RB2 spot, Rob Kelly. Wow.
Give up on Martavis, dude.
Yeah, and Martavis has just been promoted to the practice squad, I read today. That's pretty brutal. And let's not forget, last but not least, Derek is carrying Danny Woodhead, who has been on the IR since about week. Let me check.
It was week one.
Yeah,
it was the very first game of the year.
First game of the year. Derek just kept Danny Woodhead.
And it was in the first quarter, wasn't it?
Way to go, Derek.
Quarter of the first game of the year.
All right.
Let's move
Enough
on.
about Derek.
All right, number 9, we have Paul.
All right, let's go look at Paul's box score.
Yeah,
Paul's coming in at 2-5. I can tell you that much.
What are we working
again, I think what needs to be said about Paul is fairly obvious. We all know it. He is not good at fantasy football. He, the one successful year he had, he didn't draft his team, and that will forever haunt his legacy as a fantasy owner.
This is not good.
Yeah, he's relying on. Paul's the guy that still hasn't given up on Russell Wilson as a fantasy option.
But he has Drew Brees. Russell's had a pretty good year looking at his stats this year. That's pretty solid. 32, 26, 26.
14 and 10,
Russell did have a nice week.
14's okay. That should be like a
Alvin Kamara's all right.
But it's still not terrible. What's Drew Brees done? Because that's his backup.
Drew Brees is pretty good.
Drew Brees, the team, that's pretty. It's a little bit more
consistent. Don't play
consistent.
anyone from the Jets. You're playing the Jets tight end.
I will trade Bilal Powell.
Bad decision,
Someone take Bilal Powell, please.
Amari on the bench.
He's got Amari on the bench, which,
that's
to
fair,
Paul's credit, Amari has been ass this year until this 1 week, so can't fault him completely there. But the choice to start Rashad Matthews of the Tennessee Titans, who has a high of 14 and has put up an average of maybe 5 points every other week, over Amari Cooper, who's just he's always got the potential to go off. That's just...
He's just been
that choice.
Better than fucking Rashard Matthews.
Yeah, that's a tough choice. I don't see really Paul's outlook getting much better. He's got
a lot of very mediocre players on the team. Even on his bench, they're just mediocre
no one that excites
players.
Me. Literally, I don't know who
Sammy
your best
Watkins,
player
you
is.
never really know if he's going to do well.
Paul, you're a good guy. Your team's doomed.
No.
0 players on your team that are exciting.
All right.
Good luck the rest of this year. Let's move on.
Not good.
Bye, Paul.
Randall, number 8.
Randall at number 8. All right.
How do you go to it?
Randall has had a somewhat surprising year. We all know he's accustomed to getting 3rd place in this league. I think he's done it 4 out of 5 years, but this year it looks like he's possibly going to miss the playoffs. It really hurts him that he drafted Marshawn Lynch probably pretty high, but he's completely saved it with his Todd Gurley pick. So Kelvin Benjamin hurts a bit.
He's starting Cooper Kupp. I like it.
Cooper Kupp had a good week, but that's a really ballsy play, and I think Randall, if I'm wrong, has played him quite a few times this year. That's pretty reliant. I mean, just because he looks similar to Randall, he's playing him in his life. Oh my god! Everyone would go look at Cooper Kupp, and that is Randall Tater. Look at that, Richie. Oh my god!
You do have to give Randall credit. He had David Johnson go down. That sucks.
I didn't see that.
Tough.
Yeah, that's a killer.
You do have to battle through this.
Yeah, if a good fantasy owner probably finds his way to at least a mediocre record despite that injury, but Randall never.
His team would actually be pretty dangerous if he was healthy. Looking at the rest of his team,
I don't know.
He'd have Gurley, Antonio Brown.
I don't like his receivers.
That'd be pretty solid.
Who's his other quarterback?
Well, the quarterback, you can always pick up your backup. I get that. But, I mean, but he's starting Cam, and that's just not worked out this year. Cam Newton's been awful.
He's had 2 good weeks.
Oh, he had 3 good weeks in a row.
3.
One was only 20.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say about Randall's team. He's been beaten up by injuries and, suspension, obviously, for Marshawn.
Yeah.
Looks like he already dropped him.
He has a dude named Orleans Darkwa.
Yeah, he's reaching down here.
That's pretty funny.
You can see Randall really making a good effort as a fantasy owner. Applauds there, Randall. He's got Orleans Darkwa, the New York Giants running back. He's still going with Matt Breida.
Dude, he did have 2 12-point weeks.
Backup.
He had 2 12-point weeks,
and then he's sitting on Dion Lewis, the New England third stringer. So Randall's giving his all. He's had
kicker,
some.
Look at his kicker.
Oh, he does have the leg. The leg's been the best kicker in the league.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ! Oh my god.
He's solid.
27.
Yeah,
27.
That was against my team. I don't want to relive it.
Holy
shot!
Oh, that was against Dallas. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, honestly.
7.
Randall, good work as a fantasy owner. Your team's kind of doomed. If you want to trade Antonio Brown, talk to me. All right. Who we got next?
David 6.
Next,
no, it is, or 7. 7, sorry.
Sorry, number 7 is David Walser.
Oh.
David's team is uninspiring. It's just
like,
ugly to look at.
I'm surprised he has 3 wins. I think he actually beat me in one of them.
I'm surprised
so I
he has
really
3 wins
that.
too.
I'm pretty sure he beat me,
good
but
for you,
I'm
David.
surprised.
You've had some good breaks. Oh god,
I don't really
he's
know
playing
how.
2 tight ends. Oh no. Every compliment I just had goes out the window,
Holy
David.
fuck, David.
You never play 2 tight ends. You don't put a tight end in your flex unless you have Jordan Reed and Gronk. If you have Gronk, you play him in your flex. All right,
no way.
You're playing Jordan Reed and
Why
Kyle
didn't you just
Rudolph.
put Jordan Reed at the tight end? You
needed Kyle Rudolph in your lineup.
To be fair, it was the right play if you look at his bench. Kyle Rudolph outscored everyone else other than Eli Manning. But
no, you pick someone up. You do something. You don't start Kyle Rudolph.
Yeah. You are grounded.
Oh man, David.
That's sad.
And he's got John Brown.
He's got. I mean,
ooh.
The best
I can't believe he is
David.
like he has 3 wins.
Ty, if is Andrew Luck coming back?
No, I think Andrew Luck's done for the season. It sounds like.
Wait, I have Andrew Luck, motherfucker.